Roadside Real Estate is targeting a £250 million initial portfolio, and in the final quarter of last year, it announced its biggest ever deal with the sale and leaseback of 12 stores from Lidl, which brought it closer to that target. To talk about targets and what's in store for 2025, I'm delighted to be joined by Executive Chairman Charles Dixon. So, Charles, before we get on to 2025, here we are, second week of January, and I'm wondering if you and shareholders are still basking in the last regulatory news statement of 2024, which revealed profits of £43.2 million. Was that ahead of expectations?
Yes, I think if you'd asked me at the beginning of last year whether we would have finished the year with a £43.2 million profit, I probably would have said that was unlikely, but we did. And we're very pleased with the year-end results, a really strong set of results. And we've now got those out in the market, so we're looking ahead.
And a strong cohort of partnerships as well, because last year's Lidl deal demonstrates the type of counterparty interested in doing deals with you and your joint venture partner, Meadow Partners. I'm assuming that you're targeting similar transactions of that caliber.
Absolutely. And I think, that was the largest sale and leaseback Lidl have done in the UK. And we executed and delivered on it. And with the current market conditions, there's not many people out buying things, but we are, and we are growing quickly, and we're hoping to do the same again in 2025.
You talk about market conditions. It was pretty turbulent for many last year. So what's your forecast for market conditions this year?
Good question. I think if you'd asked me in September, October time last year, I was pretty optimistic. And I think now I'm less optimistic following the budget and also what's happened in the start of January 2025 with the market turmoil we're seeing. But all we can do is focus on what we can control and what we can execute. We had a record year for 2024 in very difficult market conditions, and we're going to crack on and do something similar.
Okay, so I know that you're institutionalizing or attempting to institutionalize a new asset class. So are you winning in that attempt? And does the asset class consist of one member, just you, or are there others joining this asset class?
I don't think we're the only people that own roadside assets. Lots of people own roadside assets. What we're trying to do is bring that into one vehicle as a focused strategy, but also looking at it not just from a real estate perspective, but if you look at the outlook statement we put out at the end of last December, looking at it from an operational real estate perspective, an energy transition perspective, and all the other opportunities around what we're seeing in the roadside and how we can capitalize and monetize those for our shareholders.
So as the business grows, what needs to happen from an operational and personnel level?
Listen, we've got a great team, and we have expanded the team. We added a couple of extra people last year. We will continue to add quality people as we need them, but right now we've got a very settled and focused team. I think what we're looking to do this year is more of the same and just focus on what we're good at, stay on strategy and execute.
And in terms of strategy, 2024 was a year of substantial change for the business, including the disposal of your pub subsidiary, Barkby Pub. Is the transition almost complete to pure Roadside Real Estate?
Well, I think the transition is almost complete. We've really cleaned up the business and we've executed on the strategy that we set out to shareholders just over 18 months ago. And yeah, I'm very pleased. We've done it quickly. We've done it efficiently. We've created value for shareholders. Our shares have done very well compared to other peers in the market last year, and we're expecting further wins for the group.
Okay, so I can't just let you leave it on that with further wins. In a nutshell, what are the plans for 2025? What are these wins that you've referenced in a generic frame?
So more of the same for the JV. We want to double the size of the JV. We've got a very strong pipeline there. We've got a number of asset management opportunities we're looking at. And then we're also exploring the wider opportunities around roadside, as I sort of mentioned a few minutes ago, particularly on the operational real estate element and asset management element on the roadside. And yeah, we're looking ahead, and we've got a number of opportunities that we're exploring.
So you're exploring. I'm hoping it's not a one-way street and that there's a counterparty coming to you.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got we've got a strong pipeline. It's going to be, I wouldn't say it's going to be more of the same counterparties, but similar blue chip counterparties and portfolio deals that we've got lined up.
So you and I last year were talking about this magical £250 million portfolio. I'm just wondering, once that milestone's achieved, could it be achieved in 2025? And might we be talking about a £300 million portfolio target in the near future?
Yes, I think, listen, when we set that number out, that was October 2023. I've always said it'll be a lot more than that number. The roadside sector and the roadside space is enormous. And I don't think people should think of that as a glass ceiling. We certainly don't think of that as a glass ceiling. We're looking well beyond that. This could be a much, much bigger strategy.
Wonderful. Charles Dixon, Executive Chairman of Roadside Real Estate, thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Thanks for your time, Sarah.